We are cruising right along with our marketing opportunities. Let's just jump straight in here. Offline, you've got quite a few what I call pay-to-play opportunities. And these are more of your traditional marketing means that we've seen in the past, that you're going to just create a marketing budget, you're going to send it out. Let's figure out why that doesn't want to scroll there for me. Okay. So you're going to create a marketing budget, you're going to send it out. And I do believe that it's important to put money into some of these places. I think gone are the days of free marketing. I think here are the days of scrappy marketing, where you're not just paying for everything that you do. Let's pay for a lot of our leads with our time and our effort and our talents. Let's pay for leads that way. And then let's look at how can we put money in to make it the most effective for our business. Okay, so mailers, direct mailers are actually making a comeback, because if you think about 10, 15 years ago, we got so much junk mail. Everyone just threw it straight away. But now what we get is junk email. And so people are actually looking at the flyers, especially if you're mailing to a list that already knows you, like you're mailing out to your customer base. They will definitely have a better response rate than if you were just mailing out to like a general public. So I have on here that you've got a 2% return rate is considered successful. I know that sounds really bad, but remember that's kind of a general statistic. If you're looking at a targeted list, it can be higher. If you're looking at sending out to your clients, it's definitely going to be higher. And think about this. Let's say you send out 20,000 mailers. A 2% return rate is not so bad. So definitely something that you want to pay attention to if it's a fit for you. So what you're going to do is you'll hire a team that does direct mailing. You'll go over them with your goals, your objectives, who you're trying to reach, who your target market is. They'll help you in figuring out what the design is going to look like, and then they'll help you mail it out and get that all taken care of. And then the reason why the return rate is lower is because the people are they're coming back to you. So you're not capturing their information. It's up to them to look at your flyer, decide that they're interested, and go and take action on your offer. So it does need to have a really strong call to action. But direct mailers are honestly kind of making a comeback. I'm seeing more and more people do them. Next is TV ads. So TV ads are great for brand recognition. They're really good for big brands. It's going to help make you a household name, help people be familiar with you and what you do. The next one's TV, radio, and billboards. They're not as much for driving sales as they are for making everybody know you. Think about the most popular commercials that you see. Think about Coca-Cola. In Coca-Cola, it never actually says, go ahead and go buy a Coke. Drive down to the corner store, buy your Coca-Cola. It's not about that. It's about you interacting with their brand. It's about creating a feel. It's about creating a conversation and impacting you in some way. So TV advertising is very powerful. It's just not necessarily directly correlated to sales. So when you don't have that big brand and you're not in that supermarket where they're walking down the aisle and going, ooh, there's those Doritos, that looked so good on TV the other night, then it might not be right for you to do TV ads. Radio ads are kind of the same. Billboard ads are kind of the same as well. So I'm not saying don't do them. I'm saying do them at the right time. And I know who our clients are in this program. For most of you, you're not there yet. Now, I'm not saying you can't get a billboard if it's for the right thing. Like, let's say you're doing an event or you're doing a big product release or something, and you just want everybody driving past it to see it, so that then you can connect it with something else. Like, let's say, for example, let's say you did a billboard and you ran that for 2 months. Everybody sees it. It's in like the prominent place in town. Everybody sees it. And then you follow up with a direct mailing, and then you follow up with a live event. Now you're going to start getting more action because you're layering on different pieces of the marketing puzzle. So just be ready when the time is right. Okay, the next one is flyers. So flyers, flyers for me, there was a couple that were kind of gray area. I'm like, is this a pay to play? Kind of. Is it? It's kind of pay to play. It's not really people engaging. It's just kind of awkward. But I put it in pay to play because you do have to pay for them. So flyers is where you print up a flyer and you go and plaster the town. So you go to the busy mall and you put flyers on every car, or you go to the event of a concert and you put flyers on every car. Here's the thing about flyers. It's fairly inexpensive. You are going to have to pay for printing, which is not free, but when you compare it with like a billboard, it's definitely low cost. It takes a lot of time, and again, whenever you're putting something out and you can't lead capture, a 2% return rate is pretty successful. But if you had the right group, so let's say that you are a piano teacher or a music teacher, and there's a children's theater, children's musical theater performance going on. So that would be a great place to go do flyers because everybody's in the children's musical theater, kids are in the audience, they're watching it, they're getting all inspired by this, they come out to their car, everyone is going to be the next great singer, they're picturing themselves on stage, they're singing the tunes, and then they get your flyer. Come get voice lessons, come learn piano. That's actually a really good time when I would consider doing flyers. So if you're going to do flyers, make sure that you're targeting who you want. Another example of that would be, let's say you're a business coach, okay, and let's say that there's a big convention going on and it is exactly your target market. Maybe it's a dentist convention and you just love working with dentists. That would be a great place to go and put your flyers on. You also need to be careful about public parking lots versus private parking lots. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But it's not bad if used in the right way towards a really targeted group of people. In general, I'm not a fan of spending all that time to run around and put on flyers for 2% return rate when I know that there's better ways that I can get more people and capture their leads so I can put them into a nurture sequence. Okay, so that is your pay-to-play activities. You can go ahead and look at that, see if any of those are right for you. And if you look at it and you say, you know what, they are just not right yet, that's okay. You've got information and you know for later.